Hey guys, it's Allison. So as you can see from the title, I am trying to get out of a reading slump. I have been in a reading slump for like the past 2-3 weeks. I haven't read a book since March and it's almost gonna be the end of April. I have read 2 books in March and then that was it. But it's so bad that I'm in this reading slump when you know I'm trying to read multiple books at the same time, because I don't usually do that because I'm like, I'm gonna get confused on what I'm reading. And I have 3 books that I'm currently reading. One is called Heartless and it's a fantasy book, a standalone book that I was trying to get into, and that's just been sitting on my shelf. And I was like, let me read the Hunger Games series because I just had like watched all the movies. So I was like, let me read the first book. So I got up to like, I don't know what page in that. Then I was like, ooh, but I need a romance. So then I ended up reading a book called A Pho Love Story by Lone Lay. I think I said that correctly. But I have not gotten even up to page like 100 in any of the books. In total, I probably made 100. I don't know what to do. So I was trying to get inspiration. I was trying to, you know, watch some book YouTubers to get me in the mood for reading again. I'm gonna put all 3 of my books away and then grab a Booktok book that's like very known on Booktok or whatever to see if it could get me out of the reading slump. If I end up reading this book pretty quickly, I'll probably read another one so I can like get into the rhythm of things. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Come along with me on this journey to see if I am able to get out of this. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Comment down below any videos you want me to next. Subscribe down below if you're new to my channel, turn on post notifications to get an update every time I post a new video. And let's get started. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on this book before I start it. So I have had this book on my TBR list for the longest time, and then I recently just got the physical book and it's just been sitting on my shelf. A lot of book YouTubers have been rating this pretty good, so I have very high expectations for this book. I know that it's gonna be like a sad story, and also I heard that they tell you what happens at the very beginning. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna feel, but I'm rating this pretty high before I even read it, so hopefully it'll hit my expectations. But let's just get into the book. Okay, so we're already on chapter 2. Chapter 1 was like 2.5 pages. I like how it, like, the chapters are gonna go by pretty quickly. It seems like it anyway. So I like those kinds of books when the chapters like have a few pages and like you're going, because it, you know, it just feels like you're being productive. It's like you're moving, you know, you're making progress. So I'm currently eating and I switched over to my Kindle, which I haven't pulled out my Kindle in like forever. So I am on chapter 7, page 27, 8% in, and I'm loving the book. I like the writing style. It's so crazy because I don't even know why I ever let go of reading my Kindle, because this is like the easiest thing to use. And I was obviously eating, so I couldn't turn the page, so that's why I started using my Kindle. And like now I'm on page 55, 15% in, and it's 12:16, so it's been like about an hour since I've been reading. So yeah, let's see what happens in this book, because it's going like pretty fast, like skipping over the like non-important parts, you know. Some books like they be talking and talking, and it's like, so what's the point of this? And that's good, because this book doesn't do that. Like it just hits the like main points of like their life, you know. I just read such a cute part right now that I'm like, that is so adorable. I don't even know what's gonna happen at the end, but I'm on page 83. 22% in. And spoiler, I guess. So her and Jamie has made a year, and he got her a bracelet for their 1-year anniversary, and says that the heart says the day that they met, like engraved, and then the turtle is their first year together. So get you one every year for the rest of our lives, and when our special things happen, like our wedding and our kids. No, why am I crying? Ugh, I can't. No, this scene is cute. Okay, so spoiler a little bit, but she ends up throwing up during school, and like you hear the teacher saying like, Jamie, Finn, sit down. That's like so adorable. It's been 2 hours and I'm on chapter 23, page 112, 29% in, and I think they're like in sophomore year of like high school, I believe. The writing in this book, like it's tiny but then not tiny. It's going pretty fast. The chapters are quick. Like I said, I am currently on page 252, almost done with the book, and it's been like 3.5 hours. Let me look at my Kindle to see the percentage. 64%. We're almost there, guys, almost. Wow. No! No, no. What? It just ended like that? Okay. Let's do my final thoughts. So what do I think about this book? First of all, why did it end like that? I think I heard that there's gonna be a second book coming out, like Finn's point of view. I don't know. Let me know down below. I was shooketh. But what just happened? Like, you knew what was gonna happen, but like at the same time, like, what time is it? It's 4:13. It has been actually 5 hours. I read this in 5 hours. I don't know what to say. I like this book. I think I rate this book like a 4.5. I just have to get my thoughts together. I don't think I have collected my thoughts yet, but at the same time I have. I loved the relationship between Autumn and Finn when they were younger. It's like upsetting how like grew apart. I feel like that's kind of like life in a way, because you're friends with someone when you're younger, like your families are close. You're like always together. You're in forced proximity with each other, and then that's why you have to hang out and all that stuff. But then getting older and older, like you kind of grow apart. I mean, it doesn't happen to some people, but like most of the time I feel like you grow apart because like, you know, you're in different circles. So I see how that happened, and then that's crazy how like figure out all this stuff at the end. I thought like by knowing what happened since the beginning, I wasn't really gonna like the book. What happened at the end like shook me, you know? I really liked the relationship actually that she had with Jamie too as well. I had a feeling that, but I felt like that junk was gonna happen, and like I was just so upset. But I liked how they had that little like side relationships with like all the other friends and blah 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 blah. Like, it was all cute. So I think I give it like a good 4 stars. So after that heartfelt book and a sad book, we're gonna go into like a light-hearted read, and this is another Booktok book, and it's Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I did not want to pick up this book honestly, because I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this book. But then a lot of people were raving that this was such a good book, and it was just cute and adorable. And this is another YA book, I believe, like the last ones. I'm probably not gonna get a lot of these movie things because I don't watch a lot of movies, so let's see what happens. Like, let me tell you, I'm reading this book and it's so cute. I don't know, I'm just getting all the butterflies and giggles when I read this book. It's going good so far. I'm on chapter 4, page 72, and I'm gonna read a little bit more before I go to bed. It's around like 11 o'clock right now, so obviously I took a break between the two books and stuff like that, but yeah, this book is going good so far. It's the next morning, and last night I got up to page 90, chapter 5, so I read like another chapter after that last clip. So we're going to keep reading. This book is pretty interesting. Today I'm going out, so I'm gonna bring this book with me and see if I'm able to read it when I'm out or whatever. So I've been reading this book. I'm on like page 100 and something, probably almost at 200 pages, and it's like 340 something, I believe. And this book makes me laugh. Just the cutest book ever. I never thought I would like this book, but I really do. So like, I might have to buy like The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. But yeah, I really enjoy the book right now. Just so interesting. I feel like this could happen in real life, you know, like even though it's like so extra, like it's so cute at the same time. So last night I finished Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and let me tell you guys, this is a 5-star read. I did not expect to give this book a 5 stars, but I really enjoyed this book. This was such a lighthearted read, an adorable book. If you guys know any other books that are like this, let me know down below. But I would read this again and again and again. It had like family lessons and growth and like tension that was resolved, because I feel like in some books like tension appears and then it's never resolved, but in this book, like each one of her little challenges or bumps in the road, they were resolved by the end of the book. And like her first love and like enemies to lovers trope, like even though they weren't like enemies, they were kind of like frenemies, but like I don't know, like that's my favorite kind of trope. Her relationship, let me tell you, Liz and Wes together, my favorite. That's it. Hands down. One of my favorite characters in the book. Like, I feel like Wes went along with everything that Liz wanted to do. She was so blind on the fact that he liked her. But, like, I love that. Like, I loved how he was trying to help her chase her dreams after Michael, you know? This was such an adorable book. It was like my favorite. I gotta buy another Lynn Painter book, let me tell you. I definitely got out of this reading slump. It looked like I was never in a reading slump, but I actually was. These books actually got me out of it somehow, some way. I ended up enjoying the 2 books that I read, got a video out of it. So I have 3 tips on how to get out of a reading slump. So the first one is read a book that's been on your TBR list for a while. I feel like since it's been sitting on your shelf, might as well try to pick it up and read it. I feel like that will give you a reminder of why you liked reading in the first place, because it's probably a book that you really wanted but you never got to because you were just doing other things. First book that I read had been on my list for the longest, and I just decided to pick it up and read it, and it was one of my favorite books. I think also read like your favorite genre of books. So if you love romance, go into romance. If you like thriller, go into thriller, because it'll probably get you back into the swing of things. I just put my hair down. Yes, I did. But the second tip that I have for you guys is to read shorter books. Don't come out from the jump to read a 500-page book when you know you were just in a reading slump, because I feel like halfway through or like the beginning, you're gonna be like, why am I reading this? Because it's gonna take a while to get to the ending, so it's gonna be like even worse for you. I feel like I was going to read Things We Never Got Over, honestly, and I looked at the book and I'm like, yeah, probably not for this video. I feel like 300 to like 400 or like 200 to 300 pages is best to start reading out of a reading slump, because it just makes more sense, right? So both my books were like 300 and something pages, maybe almost like 4. Tip number 3 is to read something lighthearted, not so heavy. Even though the first book was kind of heavy, but not that heavy. It's like this one, read a similar book to it, or like, I don't know. Like I said, if you like thriller, just read your thrillers. I mean, my favorite genre is thriller, but I ended up reading romance books and it went well for me. Those are my 3 tips. Hopefully it will help you guys and get you out of the reading slump, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching me react to these 2 books, because I definitely enjoyed reading them. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.